Mr. One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of of a new franchise here in Super Mega Baseball 3. Last episode of the Freebooters franchise, I revealed that it was going to be the Buzzards that we were taking over, as I wanted to change things up and involve actually factoring in having the pitchers batting and also having to, keep track of when they come up to bat and having to sub them out with pinch hitters, adding a new layer of difficulty. Plus, I was tired of the same old frickin' teams and same old players to start. Wanted to see the other side of the league for once. But I was actually incorrect stating that the Buzzards had the least playoff success of the teams in that conference. The actual team that had the least amount of success was the Grapplers. They only had one playoff appearance in that 10-year stretch, whereas the Buzzards had two, which was second fewest. Still, I am a man of my word, and I will stick with the Buzzards here as my choice. But if I do another series after this, I will pick the Grapplers to make up for that fact. But anyway, so the Buzzards, as you'll see here at the start, they have good speed, good contact, and they are really, really good defensively. Bullpen is alright, rotation is abysmal, and they have no power in the lineup. We're going with the standard 16-game season that we've been doing for the other series. 3 playoff games a series, 8 playoff teams, 9 innings every game. And we start with a little bit more money than we did as the Freebooters. When we were the Freebooters, we started with 7-6. Buzzards start with 12-1, so you get more money up front to help develop the players. It really pained my soul to delete the Freebooters franchise to make room for this one. But it was something that had to be done. Because I found out something. After 10 seasons, the counter for the summary screen, it doesn't keep track of year 1 anymore. When you start year 11, year 1 is removed from the record books and you don't see it. Your win-loss record stays the same, but you can't go back to season 1 to see what happened in season 1. If that makes sense. You can't leaders, you can't see the standings, you can't see how you did, Alright, so we're ready. Let's take a look at the team. So, Buzzards, as you know, they have one of the best shortstop game. Button, he is the face of this franchise. A overall, he's only 23. He is a hot commodity. Arguably, probably the best defensive shortstop in the game. He's also got the best contact in the game. He's also one of the fastest shortstops in the league as well. And he's got a good arm to boot. The only thing he lacks is power, which is a trait you'll see. It's a trend you see in the lineup. And then we have veteran catcher Jacques Often, good against right-handers, doesn't run very well on the base paths, but he is 35, so he will regress very quickly. We have corner infielder Joseph Trunk. He's first baseman. He's also a left fielder. Very young, 23 years old, very good fielder, so you can plug him out in left field if your left fielders aren't having a good day. Good contact, good power, good speed. Only thing he lacks is an arm. And you have third baseman Mario Mustachio, another solid corner infielder. He's a good left side of the infield player. Great fielding, good arm, decent speed, decent contact, good power. And he's only 25, so he can still grow as well. And he's, reasonably priced, only $9 million. That's not bad. And you got right fielder Dano Yoshida, who's entering the prime of his career. He's 29. He can also be plugged back behind the plate with his great fielding. Very good arm. He's actually got a better arm than both of your catchers on. We actually only have one catcher on this team, so we have 2 catchers. We do have 2. We have Often and Bronx. He actually has the best arm of all 3 people who can play catcher, so he might be the guy you want to stick back there as a backup instead of letting Billy Bronx play. But Yoshida is a solid hitter, decent speed, good fielder, great arm. And he's only 29. Ham Slamus, middle infielder off the bench, good power hitter, decent contact, decent speed, decent fielding, good arm, but he is 32, so he is at the end of the prime of his career. He'll start regressing. First baseman backup Helena Bigsby. She's a contact hitter. She's got the power boost against left-handers, so maybe pinch it with her against lefties. No fielding, no arm, speed is abysmal. She's 31, so she's not going to get a lot better. And you got Rolf Borgener. You remember him from the Freebooters franchise. He was on the hot corners for many years. He's 23 years old here at the beginning of the series. He's a left fielder. He's your primary left fielder. Good contact, average power, good speed, very good fielder, very great arm. He's got a cannon in left field. His backup is Spitz McKinney, who is 37. He is a new addition to the team. McKinney is very old, so he's going to regress. He's a good contact hitter off the bench. Got good fielding. You can put him in late in games to play right field. Or you can put him in to play left field if you feel like it. Decent arm. Average arm. Good, decent speed. Power is abysmal. And you got young center fielder Thurman Colt. Good power hitter. Average contact, very good speed. He's a very good base stealer. He's a very, very poor fielder, though. He is the worst fielder on the entire team, and he is your center fielder. So, yeah, you might want to boost that up pretty quickly. And his arm, it's not great. 24, so he will improve. Then you got Billy Bronx, catcher. He's a poor contact hitter, poor speed, below average power hitter. His fielding is alright, and he's got a decent arm. It's not as good as Often's or Yoshida's, but it is solid. And he's only 21, so you can improve on him. Then you got 32-year-old Emilio Adoya. End of the prime of his career. He's a utility player off the bench. He can play second base. He's actually your second best second baseman, because he can't hit, but he can field. He's a good runner, so he's a pinch runner. He can play the field for you, and he's got a great arm, and you can put him anywhere on the diamond. Sloop Whoopity, decent second baseman. He's got good hitting. He's a good contact hitter, good speed. Fielding is just a little bit above average. It's not great, especially for middle infield. Arm is weak, but then again, he is a second baseman, and he has no power. The upside to him is he's only 19. He is your youngest player, so you can build him up pretty quickly. Hey Hoon, nice to see you back. Yeah, it's time to start. So I took a few days off. Velocity, average junk, 30, so she's not going to be early C+. He could field. Lefty. He's 26, so you can him up a bit, but he's not great. Then you got Hannah Hogswind. Oh, Hannah Hogswind. She gave me so many problems in the Freebooters franchise when we faced her. She is 24, so you can progress her, but no junk, no velocity. The only thing she's got is accuracy. She's barely a mop-up pitcher. Then you got your fourth starter is actually a long reliever. That's Bradley Bowler, so he's not going to go deep in games for you, but he is best all-around pitcher. He's got great velocity, great junk, average accuracy, and he is 27, so he can always improve. After him, you got in the bullpen, you got long reliever Sebastian Morrow. Morrow is average across the board, but he has that pesky walk-prone trait, so that holds him back a bit. And he's already 30, so he's probably going to regress pretty quickly here. Same with Max Texas, who is your ace reliever. He is an A- overall. He's your best pitcher on the entire staff. He has great velocity, great junk. Accuracy is just a little bit above average, and he is a lefty to boot, but he is 36, so he will regress. Then you got 25-year-old Meat Commonly, who is a mop-up man, strictly a mop-up man. He has composed. Good for him. He needs it since his accuracy is the weakest on the team at 18. His junk is barely above Hogswind's at 20, and he can throw hard. That's about all he offers. And then you got the closer, Layla Buckberger, at the end of Ruby 2, so not going to really get much better. Good junk, average velocity, average accuracy, and she has K-Dud. Oh boy, I can see where our problem is going to be. It's going to be on the side of things, I think. That and the power. We have no power in this lineup whatsoever. But yeah, that's the team. Not sure what the line option, just because he's got better stuff. I mean, Sandcats, Moonstars, okay. 6'5" for the Cats, okay. Here we go. Grapplers and Crocs, alright. Crocs win 6-2, okay. So, back in the Freebooters franchise, Crocodons won the Season 1 championship, so keep that in mind. And then the Overdogs beat the Jacks here easily 6-1. So, we're either playing the Nemesis or we're playing somebody from the other conference. It is the Nemesis. Okay, so we're starting with a division game. Okay. You'd be correct, and the lineup is stacked with a lot of contact, a lot of speed, so if you deal, and you have great defense, so that's a plus, but you're not going to hit bombs, your pitching is going to suck. So let's look at the schedule here. In division to end the first, and two of them are back to back. Jeez. Oh, that's gonna be something I have to get through later. But okay. I think we can work with this. Alright, let's get it on. Let's jump into the first game here. Here's the pitching matchup. It's going to be Ansel Carouse, who is actually the second worst ace pitcher in the entire league, and Vince is actually the worst, I think. Oh boy, that's a great matchup to start with. Lefty v lefty. See how it goes. And you know the nemesis. They're going to have a stack lineup. Oh boy. What have I put myself in? So here's the lineup we're going to go with in the first game of the Buzzards franchise. It'll be franchise man Buttons Bunterson, the shortstop. And it will be right fielder Dano Yoshida. First baseman Joseph Trunk. Jacques Softon, the catcher, he will be the cleanup man. Third baseman Mario Mustachio will finish out the middle of the heart of the lineup. He'll bat fifth. Then it's the young center fielder Thurman Colt. He'll bat sixth. Young left fielder Rolf Borgener. He'll be seventh. Eighth will be the second baseman Whoopity, who gets to start over Adoya because he can hit. And then Bubkins will round it out. Alright, let's do it. First game. And we're at home at Shaka Sports Turf. Okay, I have a problem with that. I forgot to factor that in. Having Shaka as our home turf is probably bad because our team has no power, and Shaka has the biggest outfield walls in the entire game. Like, they are the deepest dimensional-wise across the board. So, as if we were going to hit many home runs anyway, now it's next to none because of the wall dimensions here. God damn it. Yeah, no wonder we play in the deepest part of the ballpark. None of the power hitters want to come here. It all makes sense. Alright, Slam, Sports, and Haudier do up first. Center fielder Jackie Slam. Gonna be seeing her a lot. I can picture it. Here's the lineup for the nemesis. It'll be Slam, then the shortstop Mr. Jack Sports, then second baseman Javier Haudier, then it is the third baseman Hito Moonshada, then first baseman Mash Taters is batting fifth, right fielder Javi Yotter is batting sixth, catcher Stacy Staples is seventh, and left fielder Brian Pickleford is batting eighth, and Carouse is on there. Alright, Bubkins. First pitch in Buzzards franchise history. And it's a foul ball. Okay. Not a bad start. At least it wasn't put in the seats. Change it down and in is low from Bubkins. 1-1. Slider away in the dirt. That is a double for Slam. Next up is Jock Sports, the shortstop. Ball down and in. Fouled off. 0-1. Okay. Okay. Outside. 1-1. Let's pop it away. It's a strike. 1-2. The count to Bubkins. Change it middle in. Ooh, good check. 2-2. Just inside. Line at the first base line. Foul ball. Sports just missed extra bases. Let's pop it in. Chased it inside. Strike 3. First punch out for Bubkins. First punch out for Buzzards franchise. 1 down. Next up is the second baseman Haudier. Runner still out there. First pitch curveball hangs. That's lined to right. Past Trunk in the right. Good effort from Joseph. He's just a little late on the dive. Runners at the corners. Next up going to be Moonshada. Baseman in the cleanup slot with high pitch active. Down against Moonshada. Fastball down and away. Fouled off by Moonshada. 0-1. Slider down and in. Ooh, good save by catcher Often back there. 1-1 in the dirt. Ball down and away. Outside. 2-1. Ball down and in. Swung through it late. 2-2. Down and away. Dribbler to short. This could be a double play. Bunterson to second. 1. Whoopity to first. Double play, and Bubkins gets out of the jam. Way to pitch. Girl meow. It's Carouse. Carouse, however it's said. There's Bunterson leading off. Shortstop will be at the top of the lineup for probably all season. Carouse is on the hill, of course. I don't even need to look at his stats. It's the first game. Change up in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Alright, that's how we're starting. Two-seamer outside from Carouse. Ball 1. Heater is high. 2-1. Good slider in there. 2-2. Curveball hangs and is fouled off by Bunterson to stay alive. 2-2. Fastball up and easy, skies it into center field, hits it pretty well. Slam to her left, one down. That's her right, never mind. Next up is Yoshida, right fielder. Batting in the 2-hole. Fastball's high, ball 1. Fastball's high, 2-0. Change but ways outside. Hot. High, ball 1. Fastball up is skied down the right field line into foul territory. Yoder giving chase.